himself. Let me pause right there. God himself has said that you are in right relationship with him. Don't let somebody go digging through your closet. I'm getting ready to say something here. Don't let somebody go digging through your closet and find your secrets. Because everybody got some secrets now. Well, who in here ain't got no secrets? Don't raise your hand. Don't let somebody go and dig up your secrets, find your secrets, and then come back and try to convince you you can't be no Christian because Christians don't do that. Let me let you in on a secret this morning. There is nothing under the sun that a Christian is incapable of doing. Now, I'm not justifying it. I'm not saying it's right, but there's nothing under the sun that a Christian is incapable of doing. Why? Because we made out of this stuff right here. Paul said over in chapter 7, when I would do good, evil is always at hand. The good that I want to do, I end up not doing that so often. Come on. So Paul said, God has given us right standing with himself. Who then will condemn us? No one. For Christ Jesus died for us and was raised to life for us. And he's sitting, watch this now, he's sitting in the place of honor at God's right hand, pleading for us. Children, cherish your grandparents. Your grandparents can get you out of a lot of whooping. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Yeah. When mama was a daddy or somebody was getting ready to tear you up, then grandma or grandpa came along and said, leave him alone. Or you went and grabbed hold of grandma and grandpa, and mama wasn't going to hit them, and you managed to get away. I'm really trying to say something here. Come on, Pastor. You were wrong. You deserved it, but you had a defender. Oh, hallelujah, we have a defender. You see, Paul, I'm just about through, y'all. Paul knew from personal experience that Satan does not quit. While it's true that Satan is a liar and a deceiver, there are some times when he doesn't need to lie about us. I need to say that one again. Y'all missed that one. Satan is a liar. Satan is a deceiver. But there are some times when he doesn't have to lie about us. Why? Because we make his case for him. There are some times when we willingly break God's rules. Because of our willingness to sin, there are times when we stand condemned, not by the lies of the devil, but by our own lives. Oh, but I'm glad to report to you today that the good news of the gospel is that help is available. Yeah, you see, if I will confess my sins and accept the forgiveness of Jesus, I have access to some attorney services. My case is in my lawyer's nail-pierced hands. All charges, no matter how far back they go, all charges will be handled by my advocate. All charges will be handled by my lawyer. When my record is presented for indictment against me, and I'm required to enter a plea, my attorney will answer in my place. And the plea that he will enter for me is a resounding not guilty. I can understand how Paul could say, come on, we are more than conquerors. How? Why? Because of our defender. Because if God is for us, for as much as God is for us, who can be against us? I more than a conqueror because of my lawyer. You see, Jesus Christ is making intercession for me. I really am guilty. I really am sin-stained. But I did something a long time ago. I stood at the foot of the cross. And when the blood was running down, a few drops fell on me. And his blood washed me whiter than snow. Then Paul raises another question, a final question in verse 35. He said, who will separate us from the love of Christ? Shall trouble or hardship, persecution or famine, nakedness, danger or the sword? Paul knows all about the roughness of life. He knows about disappointment and heartache, loneliness and fear, because he had faced them all. But in verses 38 and 39, he gives us an answer to his question of verse 35. He says, I am persuaded. That is, I am absolutely convinced. I am unalterably convicted that neither life nor death, angels nor principalities, powers nor anything present or to come, height nor depth, no creature shall be able to separate me from the love of God. I'm more than a conqueror. I'm absolutely a conqueror. In the face of every possible development, I am a conqueror. The passage is real today, y'all. It's not about being delivered from trouble, but it's about being triumphant in trouble. I can't stop trouble from coming. I can't stop hardship from coming into my life. But when trouble comes, I have the assurance that I don't have to face it alone. That's why I still like that song that said, I've seen the lightning flashing. I've heard thunder roll. I've felt sin's breakers dashing, trying to conquer my soul. But I heard the voice of Jesus telling me to fight on. He promised, never, never, never leave me alone. That's how I can conquer, because I'm not in it by myself. The Lord is with me. That's what he's doing. That's what Resurrection Sunday is all about. We don't have to face the troubles of life all by ourselves. I can't promise you that trouble won't come. I can't promise you that affliction won't come into your life. But whatever comes, you can overcome it. Merely because you can still stand. Not because you're so strong, but when you get ready to fall, he'll get up under you and raise you up. Look like you're standing by yourself. As long as you can acknowledge that it ain't in my strength, it's in the strength of God, you'll be able to make it. God bless you. God bless you.